What's going on, everybody? TK here with TK Homes, eXp Realty. Welcome to TK Academy for the next edition. Today, we're going to go over business plan, how to make one, what it consists of, how to hold yourself accountable, that kind of thing. New agents, experienced agents, this is always something that's going to be beneficial to just keep reminding yourself throughout each quarter. Staying on task, staying focused, grinding it out, reach your goals. And step number one is creating the actual business plan. So let's take a look here. I like to make mine very generic, just with finding out where my buckets of business are going to be. This could vary for anybody. Currently, I have about 3 or 4 buckets right now. Nothing too crazy, just mainly sphere, past clients, industry partners, and referrals. And so as we dive in here, finding out different ways of prospecting, where different buckets can come from, the biggest component to this piece is going to be, what do you want to have as your daily and weekly tasks and activities? Are you going to be a cold caller? Are you going to be a door knocker for expireds and canceled listings? Where are you going to want your time spent with the type of personality you have? Not everybody enjoys cold calling, but there's definitely a time and a place for that in this industry. So depending on where you want to be, what you want to do, on your daily routine, pick those buckets of business accordingly so that you can formulate your business plan around it. So the very first piece here, everybody should have Sphere on there, because you want to set a precedence with anybody that you know what you're doing, that you're professional, that you're good, and that they can trust you with any questions that they may have real estate related. Not everybody's going to be able to, plug right into the real estate industry and, have 25 friends just call them up and say, hey, I saw that you're a real estate agent. Can you help me find a house? It just doesn't happen. If you do this properly, you can start small, build your own sphere. That's kind of what I ended up having to do because I didn't really grow up here. But this is a very, very important piece to creating a long-term sustainable business, is building out that sphere. The very next piece, you guys, is referrals. From my experience, I find that if you just do a bang-up job and you work really, really hard for people, you show them that you know what you're doing, and you focus on building your business, it will reciprocate through referrals. People will recognize your work ethic. They will recognize the type of work that you do. And if you stay on task, like, these are the activities that we're going through right now that will generate referrals. Okay. The next thing is, obviously, a lot of times people forget one really important piece of this industry, and it's the follow-up after transaction. Everybody's at fault here. I sometimes lose track of, keeping in touch with some of my friends that, I've helped with anything real estate related, buying, selling, investing, all that jazz. And so the follow-up is a key component here with past clients, and making sure that, as you did a solid job for that individual the first time around, obviously, if they want to do something real estate related in the future, you want them to call you, I would assume. So past clients is a really important key piece here, putting activities in place, your follow-ups, leveraging your CRM to keep things organized, to keep those past clients in touch. The next piece here, guys, is we get to a little bit more proactive activities. We've got open houses in Facebook. The key components here, guys, with open houses, these are people that are actively going out, showing up to a house during a scheduled period of time to actually look at something, whether it be a curiosity, a smidget of an idea of, hey, you know what, maybe in the future we could buy a house. Or it's people that are literally all the way down the sales funnel. We're ready to go. We're trying to find a place, and we're out and about. And either people have an agent or they don't have an agent. These are really good opportunities to get in front of people, hone your skills in as an agent, as a relationship builder, to just really dive in and get in front of people that could potentially buy a house. So this is a very proactive way of pursuing real estate activities to get in front of people. That's ultimately what it comes down to, is prospecting, developing relationships, and actually having clients. You could be the best agent in the world, but if you don't have any clients, you're going to go nowhere. Your business will not grow. The next piece is Facebook. It's a little bit different nowadays with social media, everything that people can leverage from just organic traffic to advertising, to actually sponsorships and different sponsored ads that you can place on Facebook to try to generate what would normally be a colder lead. In this instance, it's not, it might have a lot of traffic. You'll probably get a lot of different paid lead ideas through Facebook. They take a lot more time to convert, usually at a very, very low conversion rate, but it's a cheaper way to get contacts into the database. So this is always a good one, leveraging both paid lead options on Facebook and then also using Facebook to kind of keep in touch with people, letting people know, sprinkling seeds that you are still actively practicing real estate, that you're good, you know what you're doing, and that if they ever have questions, they do not hesitate to reach out, that you're the go-to guy. That's the goal off of social media. The very next piece, guys, is farming. This is where it gets to be a little bit more nurture environment, more long-term strategy, definitely not your immediate results type activities here. These would be more of a year out, maybe 6 months at the very earliest, attempt to generate clients. This is more of a branding strategy of getting your name out there and leveraging a specific area that you might want to work in. Maybe you have a lot of clients over there. Maybe you have maybe it's around your house. Maybe you want to farm your current location to try to drum up business down the road so that people can start to recognize you through your name and as a brand. So farming campaigns are great. That's more of a next level prospecting idea. I don't typically draw in a statistic to generate actual deals from that. I think that's a more appropriate long-term branding strategy to help the retention and maybe increase conversion rate so that people can recognize you from your name versus just well, who the heck are you type situation. Opcity is it's another great lead source in a sense of, usually these are qualified leads. It's usually hit or miss though. These are referral on the back end type leads. These are the realtor.com style subscription-based leads. They converted it to Opcity for a referral model. So they take a 35 to 38% referral on the back end. It can vary in price points, man. These things can be all over the place, from $50,000 leads to $500,000 lead houses, right? So there's nothing promising about that, but it's a really good way to fill a database, get contacts in there, and generate transactions to get experience, and also referral partners. So another good option, but like I said, they can kind of go all over the place. We're a big fan of client appreciation events, you guys. On my team, at least, we like to make sure everybody that's in our database, that's a past client, Sphere, family members, industry partners, we like to take care of our people, and just appreciate everything that they do for us, from past clients to choosing us to join in the business adventure, trusting us to work with us, anything and everything. And we like to give that back. So we'll do parties multiple times a year. We like to have fun. We like people to see that kind of thing. So this is a really good way to show appreciation, and that keeps you top of mind for people. That's where the lead generation piece of this comes from, a bucket of business standpoint. So keeping in front of people is obviously a very important piece to this industry. And this is a really more of a fun way to do that. And so we like to keep that as a high priority on TK Homes, at least. Thank you cards. Nobody really gets handwritten mail anymore, other than like the paid advertising postcard crap that everybody sees and pretty much chucks right into the garbage can. So when you've got thank you cards, holiday cards, Christmas cards, whatever the case may be, wherever your head's at with that, I try to do some team involved postage where we can kind of keep people informed with, where the team's at, where the market's at. I'm a very personal priority information type guy. I don't like to blast real estate stuff 100% of the time. I like to keep it about a 70-30 ratio from 70% personal stuff, 30% real estate related, sprinkle it in there, just so that you're not bombarding people with information. Then they end up throwing it away. Industry partners, guys. This is one of my all-time favorites, because when you develop and grow relationships with industry professionals, people end up being as involved in your business as you are when you partner up with people and have a personal relationship with professionals. One of my personal favorites is, lenders and financial advisors. Getting and developing relationships with these folks to, pass business back and forth, growing your businesses together is a very good way to help each other grow. And I'm a firm believer in that. That's a wonderful bucket of business. Keep those relationships solid and make sure you take care of your people. The last one I have here is Zillow. This is a paid lead subscription. These are by far the furthest down the sales funnel in terms of not only conversion rate, but just you're getting a live connection call most of the time for somebody that wants to go see a house right now. So these are very attractive to not only first time agents just getting into the business, first couple of years, you're ramping up your business, trying to do as many transactions as possible. Excellent way to prospect, get a live lead, go do showings. They want direct information. They want to connect with you as a consumer. And it's a great way to really just do a bang up job for people and show up, add a lot of value, show them exactly what's going on with your team or as an individual agent, whatever the case may be. Really good way to just get active clients into the pipeline right away. Some of these are a little bit further out every once in a while, but it's, in my opinion, one of the best ways to get database fillers. So that's about it for generic buckets of business, you guys. I always encourage people, it's not a bad idea to have, 5, 6, 7 buckets of business. That way you have different avenues of lead sources coming in. That way, if one does not pan out, you're not so dependent on where your leads are coming from. So that's a huge priority for us. That's a good way to build out your business plan. And stay tuned for the next one. Look forward to it, guys. Talk to you soon.